Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Weekly Fish Room Highlights. This is the 4th week, and to bring you guys in here, I got a pair of blue Gularis doing their thing. Now this week was shorter than most weeks will be, mostly due because I have been having to really do some work and buckle down for the aquatic experience, so it's been hard to find camera time. But last week's fish highlights was a pretty long one. There was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff. And let's see, for whatever Wednesday last week, episode 4, I built my first terrarium, which was real cool, all from stuff out in the woods. Just bought the jar. And for this old tank, featured my crazy Neo shrimp mix, which is full of rare shrimp. Really cool watch. And for Fix It Friday was the second part 2 of the Ultimate Algae Battle, and also a good airstone hack. And a live stream on Saturday went really great. Talked a lot about aquatic experience, some of the competitions, maybe a second channel. And then for Super Species Sunday, I featured the Dockensia Assimilis mascara barb. Real cool rare fish. And for show and tell on Monday, Panaki Pow was gracious enough to share his tank with us, which turned out really great as well. So this is what I've been dealing with a lot this week too, is if you look in here how some of these tanks are discolored, it's because they're being treated. One thing about getting fish wholesale is, man, a lot of the times they just come in with so many infections, and it's usually bacterial infections. Bacterial infections or ick. Dead to bite cat's still fighting ick. They're all still alive, so I mean, I'm gaining ground on it. One good thing is I've learned how to cure a lot of diseases by doing this, which I rarely. The only reason why I did buy wholesale was I was planning on getting my saltwater fish going for a breeding project, so I was trying to get a bunch of schools going from different places. But yeah, it becomes a lot of work constantly having to treat these guys. So, I mean, they look good, so if you get them to survive. I mean, it's taken me a couple tries to really figure out what works. So it's only been a couple weeks, and I didn't give these guys any medicine or anything, just let nature take its course. And as you can see here, they're pretty much healed up from that mishap a couple weeks ago, which I'm happy about. Would have really been sad to have something happen to them. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys an update. Well, this is cool. One of the co-workers my girl works with ended up giving her some tanks, so she surprised me with them today. I'm not quite sure what sizes they are. The layouts are kind of different than, like, I mean, that kind of looks like a 29, but it's not. It's not quite a 29. As you can see, it's got a divider in it. It's a little taller. This is, I don't know, it looks like the footprint of, I don't know, it's even deeper or longer. I'm not quite sure what size of tanks these are, but there's some odd sized tanks, but hey, they're free. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with them, but it's a better start to the week than last week, that's for sure. Alright, so I got quite a bit of my airline ran for this week. On this side where I have plants. I haven't done it on the other side yet because I don't have substrate or anything ready for that yet. There's the rock tank. Got all that going. See how well that deflector works. Now if that deflector wasn't on there, it would just be bubbling up like crazy and kind of hard to move up and just splattering all over. You can already see just from lifting it, there's splatter on the back there. Now that would just build up, get calcium everywhere, and potentially make a wet spot in the back between the tanks, which would also rot the wood maybe eventually in time. So definitely helps to put those on. I didn't end up having to put any hooks on besides over here. I did find magnetic hooks. You can kind of see it there. My camera's not wanting to cooperate, but everybody, all the tanks up there, they all have air now. So I'll just be doing the next side this week coming up, and I got that all emptied out, so that's ready to go. I'll have to put the light down there. I'll end up taking those hooks out because I'll probably have to use the magnetic hooks or hang them on the light like I did with that up there. Well, I'm excited about this. Now I know it's not a very high grade. Let me turn this dehumidifier on. No, it's not a very high grade crystal red, but I do have babies, or well, eggs. So that's a step in the right direction. This is exciting for me because I've always had hard water and didn't have a RO system to provide soft water, but now that I do, I can try to keep more Caridina species. Now I did try to keep them with hard water, and it never worked. I could keep them for a while, but as far as them breeding, they just wouldn't. So hoping that this works out, because this is Eco Complete substrate. It is a mature tank. The Eco Complete's been in there for a year plus. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hope the babies come out. We'll be looking forward to them. Alright, so I got an upgraded pump for my outtake here. Here I just got like a regular Petco power head. I already unplugged the hose. It's just a regular power head, decent sized one. Then I just gotta connect this hose to here. But part of the problem is this hose doesn't really want to go on there very well. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that, but I gotta put you guys on the head cam here. Alright, got you guys on the head cam here. On. Now, maybe a bumpy ride. Dang. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see, you guys can see that. Alright. Alright, so now I got you on the head cam here. This piece does not want to go on here. Tried both hands and everything. So to make my life easier, just had a lock on it right there. But to make my life easier, I'm gonna go get some hot water. So I left this dribble in. That way it stayed hot for me. Definitely plenty hot. That line's pretty old and grody too, so I've been really weird about touching stuff. So I don't know what's in that tub. It's pretty clean. I mean, I don't really have anything that goes in these tanks besides babies. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is I'll just let this sit in here for a bit. Ooh, some air popped out. That was weird. Just let that sit in there for a while. Now you can boil water. That can make it go real quick. Or you can just take the hose over to the faucet and run it underneath the hot water. But since I have rugs underneath and everything, it's been a real pain. I'm running my RO water right now, so I didn't want to unplug that. So I'm hoping this will work. This cup's pretty warm. I'd say maybe 30 seconds. This is a pretty thick hose, so we'll see. I just needed enough to get it soft. You never want to go in dry. You always want to get it wet. Makes it easier that way. It's hard to get it in there. Alright, let's see if this works. I'm getting tired of holding it. Alright. Oh, dryer's done. Alright, let's see here. Oh yeah, it's already softer. But I think the barb's just too big. Oh no, I'm getting it. Man, it's softening it up quite a bit. Oh yeah, money. Maybe. It's a little tight. I might have to put a clamp on it if I can't get it down too low. So now I got it started, I can push it on the ground. Oh yeah. That's gonna be a better fit than on the other one. Wow, that worked a lot better than I thought it would. I'll be sweet. So now that's upgraded. Just like that. Now I can pump this water out a lot faster. Should probably clean this tub out and all that. I'm gonna take that out, rinse it, because it's been a while. There's a lot of snail shells and random eco complete. But yeah, there's a nice little easy quick hack and fix for getting your tubing on something. So I'm pretty excited about this. I finally got some business cards made and just got them today. I haven't seen what they look like yet, but if they look anything like they're supposed to look, they should be pretty cool. So I'm excited. Hopefully they look like what they should look like. Alright. I only just got 100 of them just to see and make sure. I know, I was about to say. Alright, it did turn out pretty good on front. So it's got my name, what I do, my website, my email, YouTube. Cool. I'm excited about that. I really like the back. That's neat. So this is pretty neat. This is a Hygrophila augustifolia. I'm doing a water change now, that's why the water level's down. But I thought I'd share this with you guys. Look how pink the top of that is. I've never seen augustifolia that pink. Now, as some of you may know, I've been dosing these tanks. It's my quarantine section. Been dosing them with some meds. And I think that's what's caused that pink in them. It's pretty wild. Which, this is what they normally look like. I mean, it's got a little red in there. And that's mostly because I got a lot of iron in my water. And I usually get more reds than most people because of that iron in the water. That shows you the difference of what the meds did. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so here's a little upgrade. This dehumidifier, which I may have to add another one in here, I don't know. Because once I add, I'm planning on putting a rack over there more than likely eventually. So I may need another one. But this whole rack, and all this is all on the same system. And I just got done using my leaf blower outside, which is actually just the top of my vacuum cleaner, which is cool because it just has an attachment and you can turn it into a leaf blower. But I have another outlet over here that has a different plug-in, so I did get a cord so I can stick this over here, and what's nice is I can finally put my discharge thing underneath there and move those tanks out eventually if I ever get storage. But that will just leave space, open space here, which space in a fish tank is always welcome. But yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And I always cut my tags down too, because they just get in the way if you don't. It would just be a mess if you just had tags everywhere. I don't peel them off because the glue gets sticky too, and then it just makes a mess of the cord. Okay, here you can see I must have left my leaf blower on, because after I reset the fuse, the dehumidifier started back up and then kicked the lights back on. So this is an indicator that tells me, hey, there's too much power on that fuse, there's not enough amps. Now it's only a 15 amp, I could replace it with the 20 amp that would give me a little more power, a little more juice. But since I don't have that capability right now, I do have an electrician buddy who would help me out with that though. But I do have a 20 amp that's got like 2 cords in it, now 3, so I'm gonna stick that dehumidifier over there, and now I can get away with more, because I'm gonna need a T5 down here, and that would have probably been enough, because it's gonna be like that. I think those are 500 watts. That might have been enough to trip it. I don't know. These dehumidifiers, they pull a lot of power. Sweet, I'm gonna dig this. So now I got that dehumidifier over. I got a nice open space here. Do a little dance. I'm excited about that. More room for activities. And this dehumidifier is actually going to be more functionable here too, because the fan's actually going to blow out this way, and that'll give it better air circulation in here. Maybe if I had like a fan up there or something, I may get away with not having to have another dehumidifier, because they're not cheap, and they're not cheap to run. Got a few pieces of driftwood picked out for the aquatic experience. I did sign up for the escape contest. Now I've never been into one. It's gonna be my first one, so it should be interesting. But I figured it'd be something cool to do while I'm there. And that way I get to play with some tanks too. I get my aquatic fix, at least my escaping fix. There's Sparky. He's hanging out. Also this week, all the winners of the Random Act of Kindness are getting their gifts, their winnings. So congratulations to all of you again. Also thank you to my customers too, that did buy some stuff off me as well. Appreciate that. You guys are what keep me going. As always, subscriptions are free, and if you like, hit that like button and or that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.